Hello there again. Now at the minute I'm here at Spuggy's Bridge again. The time is precisely 2 minutes past 11 AM and it's extremely foggy today and rather wet. It's just like slightly drizzling at the minute, probably mostly caused by the fog actually. It's not exactly chucking it down at the minute, but it is extremely foggy, like I say. I'll show you what I mean. You can hardly see a thing. That's the field, one of the fields around here, which is very covered in very thick fog. I hope this car's got its fog lamps on, probably has. I think if an apparition of a man did walk across the road at the top there right now, I probably wouldn't even be to see him because of the fog. It's that bad. Although you might just see a silhouette if he shows up properly. Because allegedly quite a few people have seen the apparition, an apparition of a man up there in a black hat, a black coat with a white scarf on, apparently, on different occasions. In fact, somebody once told us online, they were riding their motorbike across there one night, and they said an old woman stepped out into the road across and disappeared in front of them. I'm not sure if that's the same apparition, if they were telling the truth or not. I mean, they sounded convincing. It didn't sound like they were, you know, spinning as a yarn or something. But, you know, until you see it yourself, I guess you never know, do you? But you never know when these things are going to pop up. You could wait forever and they might never show up. And then you might be just going across one night, driving across or riding a bike or whatever, and they just pop out in front of you when you least expect it. Even though you spent hours and hours, like on certain nights, trying to catch it and catch a glimpse of it. You just never know with ghosts. Sometimes some of them are so unpredictable. So I'm now going to carry on up this path up here, which I'm pretty sure will be full of massive puddles and lots of mud. So I think my bike's going to get pretty much covered, saturated in lots of mud, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes when it's wet. So on we go. Now I've just stopped here for a second because I noticed, well, there's this post with 4 different colours on it. Not quite sure why it's there, but it's handy for parking your bike against, I guess. And over here we've got some sort of berries. I guess they're poisonous, but I guess the birds can eat them. I certainly won't be touching them, that's for sure. And just through these trees there is a factory of some sort. Don't want to go too far away from the bike, just in case somebody comes along and swipes it. There you go, and you can see the fog moving past through the air. But in the meantime, I'll just show you this. I fitted this, I did a makeshift job to fit this light onto my bike. It's not very great, but it does the job. It's on top of a stand that had previously been placed on there where I used to use a wind-up torch, which was handy up until a point until it didn't work anymore. I thought it would have been better using a wind-up torch since you don't need to have to keep buying batteries and stuff. But even wind-up torches die eventually. So I've taped this little battery-operated LED light on. It's got 20-something LEDs in it, and it's got about 4 or 5 different modes. Some of them like flash, like a strobing effect. Not sure what much good that'll be though. So when I use it, I'll just put it on the normal, have it on a constant white light, you know. But I haven't actually tried it yet. but it's ready to go. It's got batteries in and everything, so I'll have to see what it's like eventually. Now I just thought I'd show you this strange concoction. I think it's meant to be some sort of artistic sculpture. I'm not quite sure what it is, because it looks like it should have some seats in it, but it doesn't. So I guess if it's chucking it down like really bad, it's handy for sheltering in a bit, just standing in it. But apart from that, I don't think it looks too great, to be honest. It's not exactly an eye catcher, is it? And just over here to the right, if you can see it for the fog, that's the bridge that Mike Halliwell was at on the other video on YouTube here, which he said was Spuggy's Bridge. But that is not the right Spuggy's Bridge, to my knowledge, as I pointed out in the other video. That's the wrong Spuggy's Bridge, because in the story that Mike Halliwell put in the newspaper years ago about the police car that's seen an apparition of a man step out in front of them going over the bridge, they said that the bridge had a steep incline on it. It was quite raised up, and as you can see, this bridge is on the flat. There may be a very slight gradual bank up to it, but it's not a humpback bridge. And in the story it referred to I think a humpback bridge, and the guy appeared at the top of the bridge right in front of the car at the last minute, and they didn't see him until the last minute because, for one, it's a blind summit and you can't see over the top until you actually reach it. So pretty sure that's not Spuggy's Bridge, at least not the one that the apparition was seen at. And if it is, well, I guess there must be some problems with that story in the paper then, unless he's been seen at both of them. I don't know. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that anyway. Now here we have a map which is meant to show you the various walks around here, if you like walking, that is. I don't actually like walking, I prefer to go on a bike, but anyway. And it mentions something called walk number 1, which is Spuggy Stroll. Distance 1.3 kilometre. That's 0.8 miles. Time 30 minutes. I'm sure that depends on how fast you walk, like. I think that pretty much proves that that's the wrong Spuggy's Bridge, because if it takes 30 minutes to get there, it cannot very well be this one here, can it? I don't think. So, and a police car just went across there. I have been stopped before for filming bridges. Let's hope they don't turn around and come back and ask why I'm filming this bridge. Anyway, see what else it says. For this walk, follow the yellow circular markers. Spuggy's Stroll starts at the Swarm sculpture and runs beside the railway line to Spuggy's Bridge. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong bridge, because the other Spuggy's Bridge is at least 30 minutes away by foot, according to this. So there we'll have it. And here's a map of the area. It's a very basic map. And down here we'll have a drawing of a fox, which isn't exactly a Van Gogh. Let's face it, it's not bad, but not great. I don't know who did it. And up there we've got a woodpecker and a bee. Woodland Wander. Yeah, well, to hell with the map anyway. I think I'll just find my own way around here. I'll just explore. It's much more fun. Anyway, I pretty much know my way around here. Apart from I don't know how to get onto that other disused railway yet, but I'll have a look.